Hey Bible lovers, I'm Tim Nichols and I'm here to bring you your Nichols Worth. And today from Annesi Bindings, I have a completely custom book that I'm super excited about. I've been watching her work for a long time and I've always wanted to get a hold of one of her books. So I had an opportunity to purchase this one just a couple months ago and I told her I'd do a review of it just because I like her work so well. So check this out. I absolutely love the tool work. It really gives you that old school, old world vibe book look. This looks to be hundreds of years old, even though she just made it a few weeks ago. I absolutely love the floral stamping here. And check out the Chi Rho. This is a dark brown overboard calfskin. I love these little distress marks on the calf. Check that out. Just really slick. The spine work looks really good. I'm not sure if she arced that on purpose or if that's just because she hand sets the letters herself, but I absolutely love the spine. I love that she carried over the stamp work onto the spine. On the back, the same thing. A single ribbon, and she does something interesting to kind of keep the ribbons from fraying. I think maybe she dips them in fingernail polish. I'm not exactly sure about that, but it's kind of hard on the end. But you know what? It works out pretty good. One single little nice ribbon. Absolutely love it. But when you look at that, one thing I love about it is that it looks so handmade. It's not so chiseled and perfect and everything set just a certain way like a big machine has stamped it. You can tell that she did these stamps individually by hand, and I just think it looks absolutely amazing. This isn't going to lay flat because it is a little bitty book. It's about 6 inches by 4.5 inches, so it's more of a hand size. But when you get into this liner, it's kind of a shiny, but it has all these swirls and wild patterns. It just looks kind of old to me. When I look at this book, this looks to be something that could be 200-300 years old. Once you get into the text block itself, she actually cuts this paper and she actually sews the block together and does all this by hand. So this is her personal work. Most of this stuff is in the public domain, but all of it is used with some level of permission. Here's all the sources and translations that she uses. This is the content. I love that this has the Didache. It has the writings of Clement of Rome. It has Ignatius of Antioch. It has Polycarp. It has so many amazing early church fathers' works. This is something I've been looking for a long time. I have wanted the works of the early church fathers, the pre-Nicene fathers, in a single volume in something that's leather bound and beautiful. So this is a 9.5 typeface. Of course, it's going to be in a single column. It appears in the most part to actually be line matched, which is impressive because she typeset this herself. So it has the preface and kind of lets you know what it's all about. It has the Didache, which means the teaching, and this is supposed to be a early first century document, potentially written by someone who walked with the apostles on teachings of the early church kind of outside the Bible. How should we fast, and several different little teachings that let you know how to pray and how to live out your Christian life. So it's kind of beyond the scripture. So this is not considered scripture, but it is very useful considering that it is very, very early. St. Clement of Rome obviously wrote a very lengthy epistle. We also have Polycarp and just all kinds of amazing stuff. But another thing I want you to check out on this is look at the speckled edges that she did there. Again, all this done by hand. This is hand painted. This is hand stamped. Everything is done completely custom. She's in South Africa and she does include shipping in her prices, which are pretty remarkable. I got this one for under $100 and that included shipping from overseas. So if you want a custom made book from the early church fathers, then this is a great tool. Also, one thing that I really like is that she has the references that she's put down here at the bottom to kind of let you know where to find some of the verses that are quoted by these early church fathers. So this is called After the Apostles. She also has one called Apostolic Preaching, which is a group of sermons by Irenaeus of Leon, which is very useful and neat. That's something I want to pick up at a later date, but really sharp. This is the Epistle to the Romans from St. Ignatius of Antioch, and on and on and on up until the end. And when you get to the end, there aren't a lot of things after the writing. She has all the references and everything in the front. But I just thought this was neat. It's 171 pages of material, and then it has like a blank end sheet, and then it has your liner. So I just wanted you to see this because I don't think I've ever seen anyone feature her work, so I wanted to do that just so maybe this may be something that you can get for yourself And check out some of her other things. She has the Gospels that she sometimes puts out. Now, one thing she does is she does things in batches and she sells them on her website. And they tend to sell out pretty fast. So you need to be on her Facebook page to check her out so that you can get you a copy of this or some of the other volumes that she makes. She also does a Psalter and all kinds of different stuff. It's really, really cool. God bless you. Keep calm. Jesus on. This is your Nichols Worth.